let's take a look at this problem, and I'll look at different pieces of it so you can see how they go. Now given these numbers here, and then it says complete the cumulative frequency distribution. So we got so frequency, and then tuition over here, and that's 775 to 799, 800 to 824, and 825 to 849. And frequency is 22, 68, and 15. And I won't do the entire piece. You'll kind of see how to do it after I do a few. Okay, cumulative frequency. What cumulative frequency is it adds up the current frequency plus all the ones above it. So this first one is just 22. Now the next one. This is going to take the 68, the current frequency, plus all the ones above it. So 68 plus 22 gives us 90, which gives us this right here. Now this one will add the current frequency plus all the ones above it. And you could simply add 90, but I'll put 68 plus 22 here to really emphasize all the ones above it. And that'll give us 105. And that's how you build your cumulative frequency. Now cumulative relative frequency. After you have this, this is going to go up to our total number. What was that at? 111? Let's see, 2, 6, 21, 29, 89, 91, 111. So these, if I add them together down here, is going to give me 111. So our cumulative relative frequency, what we do is we take the 22 divided by our total. And 22 divided by 111 gives us point, I don't know what it gives us, round to, looks like 3 decimal places. So 0.198. Now in this one, I take the cumulative frequency, which is 90 divided by 111. So 90 divided by 111. And that gives us 0.811. Then this one, I take 105 divided by 111. And that gives us 0.946. Which, let's see, 0.946, 0.811, 0.198. So that's how you get those. And then from there, you would take some of these numbers and draw these particular graphs here. Now, I don't remember the exact details on these graphs. What section is this? 2.3 or 2.4, something like that. Let's see. Section 2.3. It says 2012. Must be this one. Might have been 2.2. I don't know. We'll see. This will take a minute. My computer, after I did some Microsoft updates, been running kind of slow in some areas. I improved it. I don't do that often, but every once in a while I get the idea I need to apply the updates and usually messes something up. Okay, let's see. Here it is. Frequency polygon. Graph uses points connected by line segments to represent the frequencies for the classes. It is constructed by plotting a point above each class midpoint. Okay, so we need our midpoints. So, we got this range right here. For our midpoints, let me erase this. Let's make room. Now for our midpoints. The convention this book uses is you take the this lower class limit plus the next lower class limit divided by 2. So you got 775 plus 800 divided by 2. So beginning parentheses 775 plus 800 divided by 2. 787.5. 787.5. And looks like our class width is 25. See how this goes from 775 to 800? So I'm going to add 25 over and over. So I'll take that and I'll add 25. Add another 25. So then I'd have 812.5 and 837.5. I'm guessing they won't actually have you draw that, but they'll have you matched against one of the given graphs. Okay, use points connected to represent frequencies because I plotted a point of each class midpoint equal to the frequency. Okay, so to graph that, here's like 787.5. Here's 812.5, and here's 837.5. Frequency here, or largest frequency is 70, or well, I want to use 70. And 35 would be roughly here, half of 35. 15, 16, let's say 17. 17.5 actually, but 17 let's say is there. Okay, halfway in between there, say 17 plus 35 is 52? Assuming I added correctly. Okay, that's more or less what give us. Okay, so for this point here, 787 goes up to 22. Let's say 22 is somewhere there. And 68. This one goes up to 68, which should probably be about right there. And 837 goes up to 15, which should be about right there. And then you continue with all the other classes. I think you'll find that you'll be able to look at it, easily see it. You don't have to really probably look at that much detail. Let's see what else it says. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Next line segments are drawn connecting. Okay. So they also want us to put in a dummy point. So if I subtract 25 from this, that gives us 762.5. Yeah, 25. Okay, and then this will be a 762. So I didn't do it quite right. Here's 762. I should have read the entire instructions. And this starts at 0. So then you line segments are drawn. So connect them. And then you'll continue on that. And then your very last one, you'll add a point here at the very end where it again goes down to the 0 for the frequency. Okay. Frequency ogive. Let's see what that is. Frequency. Okay, here's ogive. Graph that represents cumulative frequency or cumulative relative frequency. Plotting points above whose x coordinates are the upper class limits and whose y coordinates are the cumulative frequencies. Okay. So talking about upper class limits. The upper class limits would be 799, 824, 849, and so forth. So I'm going to do this graph. Let me erase this so I can make room. It's going to be based upon these numbers. Can't draw a straight line, but okay. So 799 and 824 and 849. They're cumulative frequencies. But specifically, what are they asking for? Frequency ogive. Okay. So it's based upon cumulative frequencies, though. So we're looking off here. It doesn't say cumulative, but that's what an ogive is based upon. So let me do 100. When you're doing this by hand, you pick numbers that are easy to divide by 2, so you can very quickly come up with some kind of scale here. Okay, so this first one's 22. So 22 is be about right there. Then next one's 824, and that goes up to 90, which is probably about right there. 849 goes up to 105, which should be about, let's say, right there. And then you continue it, and assuming you draw lines between them. Then line segments are drawn. Additional line segment is drawn to connect the first point to horizontal axis. Okay. So you put in a dummy upper class limit. These go by 25s. So 799 minus 25 is 774. Yeah, 774. I'm going to have a dummy variable here, 774, that starts at 0. So then it shows the buildup. Like that. And that's going to be your ogive. Relative frequency ogive. Same idea, but you need your relative frequencies. So you put, no, make a room for the graph, but when we did the graph, we'd still need our dummy variable. So that starts at 799. And that's going to be 0. Now the cumulative relative frequency goes up to 1. So as bizarre as it sounds, you start with 1 there. And then this would be 0.5. This would be 0.75. And this would be 0.25. So our first one is the dummy point. Then the next one is what did I put? 799. That should be 774. That's our dummy point we added. And then you got 799, which is the cumulative relative frequency is 0.198, which would be about right there, let's say. Next one is 824, which was 0.811. So 0.811, let's say about right there. The next one's 849, and it goes up to 0.946. Just guessing where that's at. What you're going to see is the way this increases. Does that look familiar? So anyway, I haven't done all the data points, but that should show you how to do all those different pieces.